my all-time favorite blind box company, making one of my new favorite cartoons to watch on TV. I'm going to try to keep my girlish giggling to a bare minimum here. Yes, that's because we're going to be having a look at the Kidrobot Bob's Burgers vinyl mini series. And like we always do on this channel, we're going to look at an entire box. This whole entire box we're going to have a look at on this channel. So this is going to be a bit of a longer video. I know you guys love these longer unboxing videos. If you guys are interested in picking up the Bob's Burgers vinyl mini series, you can either find them at your local comic book stores, or you can also head over to www.kidrobot.com. You can go to their store section, and you can get these for yourself over there, which might even be the easiest route to go. But we're going to have a look at an entire case. The case itself consists of 10 on the top, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times 2, that's of course 10, times 2 rows, that's 20. Sometimes we get 24 in these boxes, but it looks like in this instance we got ourselves 20 to open up here. A quick look at the box before we get everything opened up. I wasn't quite sure how the flap worked. There's a little perforation on the top area here, which I've already taken off. The bend makes me think that that should be higher up, but for the time being, I just kind of tucked it behind there, just like so. Kind of gives me a big bubble balloon up at the top there. But nonetheless, I hopefully that won't impact the rest of this review. Here's what the boxes look like, featuring Bob on the front, Bob's Burgers vinyl minifigures. Collect them all. Now there are many different to choose from. As if, well, we have here 9 on one side, and here we have, well, if I'm doing my math correctly, we got, what, 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. That gives us a total of 19. The fact that we do also have 20 boxes to open up, there may be potential. Probably not. I see Gene here is 3 out of 80. Owie Owie and Beefsquatch is looking at 1 out of 80, so it's probably a good chance that you're not going to get those. But at the very least, I would hope to walk away with, say, a Bob, the Burger Boss Bob, and of course the rest of the family there. Lastly, you can again head over to www.kidrobot.com. These vinyl figures are recommended for ages 15 and up. So let's go ahead and grab a knife. And it's only just because, I've got Hank here, by the way. It's only because there's a seal on the front here, so I'm just going to cut the seal. Cut, cut, cut. And we're going to go through all 20 of these. I know for all the different videos I do on this channel, one of the popular ones seems to be the unboxing of things. So I want to try to get into doing more of those for you guys. So I'm going to pull this out here. And it looks as if, I'm just going to check here, I thought it might have actually been called something else, but it's just Gene in burger suit with his megaphone. We'll go ahead and cut that open. And we'll go ahead and put it into his hand. It's a little hard to get his arm around. I'm guessing that is the American processed cheese. Put the megaphone into his hand. There we go. And he can be shouting out the new deals that Bob's got at his burger place. Whoops, trying not to. Hold on a second, I just dropped the megaphone. Often at times I feel as if there's a strong gravity that sucks things off of this backdrop and onto the floor. I can't find the megaphone. I'm gonna have to go back and double check later. In the meantime, poor Gene, I'm sorry, we'll have to be sans le megaphone. I'm sorry, Gene. Really nice looking collectible though. Poseability on this guy. And I'm assuming poseability on all of them. Their heads would rotate all the way around. And normally their arms would rotate back and forth. Unfortunately, because he's got the big sesame seed bun part of his costume sitting in the front of him there, it's a little bit harder for poor Gene to move his arms. So there is Gene. A good way to start. Well, not completely a good way to start because we dropped the megaphone onto the floor. But there's actually a couple of different megaphones here. Beefsquatch is also going to be getting his own megaphone, so I could theoretically use that same megaphone. It's not to say I have to use the same one. Let's go ahead and cut the next box open and pray that we don't drop anything onto the floor. Here I am looking at the side of the box so I knew it was exactly called Gene in burger suit, when really it was right in front of me. It was right in front of me the whole time. Felt so silly. Open up bag number 2, and that tells us, well, that gives us, first of all, the bag that was stuck inside of the bag. That gives us Jimmy Pesto Jr. Jimmy Pesto comes with his headphones. Let's try our best not to drop those onto the floor. There we go. I love the animation style of Bob's Burgers. They have such a unique personality to them. It's so funny that a show could be make or break for me based on the character designs. So say, for example, I never liked King of the Hill. Never. I guess the characters I found kind of annoying, but I didn't like the designs of the characters. Bob's Burgers, on the other hand, I just love the character designs on these. And there's the back of the figure. The headphones do a pretty good job of cupping around the ears. And luckily there's enough wiggle room here that the headphones aren't going to break on me either. Jimmy Pesto has the same rotation. I'll try not to knock the headphones off. Arm articulation as well. Very nice. Put him over to the side. And just actually, in case you were wondering too, they stand perfectly fine. I find it Kidrobot pieces in general, find they stand pretty good. We usually have too many issues with them standing. I have seemed more of an issue cutting this blasted tape. There we go. Now, over the course of this review, speaking of things falling onto the floor, you may hear boxes just dropping. Because as you could probably guess it, going through 20 of these, there's going to be all this extra box and debris lying all over the place. And of course, foil bags, which I'll just kind of very hopefully keep everything nicely organized over there. Well, I got one that I wanted right from the beginning. I mean, to call this the Bob's Burgers vinyl mini-series and not actually get a Bob, I would cry foul. And luckily, Bob is 3 out of 20. So you may very well see more appearances of Bob here, as there's 3 of them per case. Oh, and it just dropped. This one I actually knew where it dropped. It just dropped. There we go. It just dropped over there. I'm gonna have to get some scientists in the field of gravity to come in and have a look at that. And I feel as if there's some gravitational pull happening right below this desk, causing everything to fall. Every time I grab something, it seems to always end up on the floor. So, science aside, here we have Bob, complete with his bald spot on the back. And apron. Nice looking figure. He is a little bit taller. Well, not quite actually. I thought he would be taller than Gene here. I was distracted by his burger outfit. I guess they could be a little bit shorter, but generally the vinyl series, really whatever series it may be, I guess they're usually about the same height. We can't really start looking at scales between Bob and, say, Gene, or Bob and the rest of the family members. Like Linda, for example, would be taller than Bob, but again, for a vinyl series, they're going to be pretty much the same height, pretty much. And we'll go ahead and open up the next box here. Yes, I think I'm going to have to get myself a team of experts coming in to look at the desk, underneath the desk, and all the areas around, because I feel as if there's some spiritual. I don't want to be throwing out the concept of spirits here. It could be the fact that this desk is possessed. I don't know. Something is afoot, and I am going to find out what it is. In the meantime, however, though, we've got ourselves the next one, which is Calvin. Calvin. And the last name, by the way, is Calvin, F-I-S. C-H-E-O-D-E-R. The font is very small, which I think is fish shader. I'm gonna think here. Head articulation, arm articulation. Looks as if this part could actually be removed as well. I guess if you took his head off, you could probably take, yeah, you could take that off as well. There we go. There's the back of them. And we'll put them over there. I mean, so far, well, now that I've jinxed it. Now I've gone ahead and I didn't finish the sentence, but you kind of knew where I was going to be going with that. It had something to do with doubles. That's all I'll say. I think that's all I needed to say. Now I'm gonna get some doubles. Speaking of doubles, we got ourselves another Bob, complete with the plate of burger, which I don't even think I mentioned, other than the fact I dropped on the floor. Mentioned it in the last time I opened this guy up. Put him right next to his doppelganger. Now I feel like that flap, as you will probably see as I move progressively further to the back, that flap is probably going to start falling down. There's really nothing going to be holding it up. This, by the way, would be box number 6. Onto the floor. I guess you can't really be too critical about it, I say to myself, because you really have the underneath of your desk to kind of put all the excess boxes down. You can't therefore complain the fact that any accessories end up down there as well. The ghosts are just kind of like, what do you want from us? You want boxes and stuff down here, but then you don't want accessories. You're being a little bit too nitpicky here. We have another Bob here. His eyebrows a little on the messed up side. There's the underside of him, Kidrobot, and 2017 Fox. We got Bob triplets happening right now over here. And we are getting down to the last 4 boxes of the top row. And just kind of quickly going back and doing my math here, those 6 plus the 4, that's 10. And then the second tier, something to look forward to, is going to have another 10, giving us a total of 20. As I mentioned at the beginning of this review, this unboxing, you can find these at your local comic book store. In fact, right now, comic book stores are stocking these. Or you can also pick these up directly from Kidrobot. Sometimes I get the question, where would you get an entire case from? Like, say, for example, you go to a comic book store, they may only have 1 or 2 boxes kicking around. How does one acquire an entire case? Well, you can also get them directly from Kidrobot. And then you could get yourself an entire case. And you can have as much fun as me. You could basically wait until all the relatives are over and then just do an unboxing extravaganza on the dinner table around like the mashed potatoes, the corn. Maybe over here you got some rolls that Aunt Martha has brought over. You could kind of do your unboxing around there. Just kind of scatter your stuff around. Just make it into a presentation. Don't even wait. Sometimes that sort of stuff should really happen after dinner. That's kind of like post-dinner, just before they serve the desserts. Coffee cake. How old are you? 56? No. Coffee cake and a beverage of choice. But after dinner and before dessert is really the best time you want to be doing presentations like this. Ricky thinks to himself, no, I'm going to do it during dinner, because that way, I mean, no one's really going to leave. No matter how bad my presentation may be, you're stuck there. You're eating your food, so I'm going to do my presentation then. So it's entirely up to you when you want to do it, but you could do the same similar thing I'm doing right now. Songs, mashed potatoes. Songs, the corn. Songs, Aunt Martha's rolls, which we know she bought those. She always says, oh, I made those. In what world did you make these rolls? Did you also make the bag that they came inside? The bag that says fresh baked rolls? You liar. You didn't make those. We are getting sidetracked here. Here's Teddy. Teddy, by the way, wrench. Teddy is 2 out of 20. So you probably will see this guy happening again. He'll probably be right around the corner. Let's get down to the last couple of boxes. I mean, we can all be part of the joke, the inside joke. You ever go to these parties where somebody brings a dessert, like a Nanaimo bar, and everything's like nicely cut, but they've taken it out of the packaging and they've put it in their own Tupperware, thinking that everyone's going to buy this crap? Everybody knows that you didn't make those items, madame. Or sir. Everybody knows you didn't make those. But you try. I'll give it that. I'll give you the benefit of that. You do try to convince everybody. Gary, did you just make those lemon tarts? I did. But they're all exactly, like, how did you make the pastries where the shells look exactly the same to one another? That's high-end baking. I mean, like the expert chefs and cooks out there, I don't even think they could have accomplished that. And he's like, oh, I'm so glad you guys like my lemon tarts. And then like afterwards, you leave the party, you leave the dinner get together, and say you have to stop at a grocery store nearby to pick up some random thing. I don't know. Maybe you have to pick up some coffee for the next day to go with your coffee cake. And then all of a sudden, lo and behold, hey, wait a minute. Weren't those the lemon tarts that Gary said he made? I think you're right, says the person you're with. Or you're just going to say it aloud, and then the person behind you, somebody that wasn't even with you, says, I think you're right. Sorry, miss? No, I was hearing you talking about Gary. Like, I don't know Gary, but I'm pretty sure. I think you're right. Moving along, we've got Beefsquatch. Of course, as a mask. Now, this one is similar enough. Very similar enough. In fact, yeah, it's just the mask. Just the mask over top of Gene. Nice contrast. I'm glad they would pack both figures, both characters inside. And let me also just mention, no, it's not the lemon tart part. I just want to mention that megaphone, or bullhorn if you want to call it that too, still intact. I got it right there. Hasn't flown the coop as it will. As it will, yeah. Let's open up the next box, which I think wraps up the top tier. No tears, by the way. Let this be a Johnson & Johnson type review. No tears, no more tears, guys, because we still got the second row to go through. So no more tears. No tears at all, actually, I would hope. We have another Beefsquatch, complete with megaphone, untouched. Still in his bag. I'm going to keep it actually in its bag. People have asked, what do you do with the doubles? Like, say you have doubles and triples during these unboxings. What do you do with the extra doubles and triples? Well, I usually give them to friends or friends' kids. Sometimes I just let people battle for them. Don't worry. We're not talking like axes and stuff like that. But I let them fight for it. Maybe I don't. I don't know. I'll leave that to you to decide. Next one we have is Louise, complete with ketchup and mustard. That we can go ahead and put into her hands. Many of these figures I've noticed are restricted in their arm motion because of something being in the way. Louise, for example, has the little side areas of her bunny hat. There she is holding the ketchup and mustard, squirting both of them out. Like the expression on her face. Of the characters in Bob's Burgers, I think my favorite character is actually Louise. Who is your favorite? Let me know. Let me know down below. They all kind of work well off of one another. Even Tina. I really like Tina, but I think Louise is one of my favorites. Gene, I love Gene. He's awesome too. Okay, so the next one we have is Jimmy Pesto. Comes complete with a ID badge, lifetime member. Let's actually get this open so you can see what I'm talking about here. Pray that the spirits down below this desk don't acquire the little, it says the Desire Dungeon. Spin it around. Lifetime member. And this is James Poplovich. It says Baby Num Nums, Diaper Lover. Go ahead and put that into his hand. It's a thicker card, luckily, and so thereby he holds it a little bit easier in his hand. Here's the best back of the figure. Front of the figure. Back of the figure. Gary and his lemon tarts. Nobody's buying that stuff. You made them. best, going back to that topic that we were just talking about, or I was talking about before, and you guys were relegated to listening to, the best is when they bring it in the container that they bought it in, and then still try to tell you. They still try to tell you, oh, I made these. Yeah, but you brought them in a container where it's got the label that actually says, just made, freshly made lemon squares. How could you have possibly made these? I did. I grabbed a container in the house. What, a container that said lemon squares, lemon tarts? I don't buy it. Yet they'll tell you, no, I made those. Moving along, we have Linda, which I happen to think, and I'm just looking at the box here, it is the only outing of Linda in this box. We have several different versions of Tina, several different or couple of versions of Bob, and we have a couple of versions of Jean. This is the only Linda that we have. And Linda, by the way, comes with crackers. Salty crackers, which we can put into her hand. Just like so. There we go. Glasses are a translucent or clear plastic. Be transparent plastic. She has the right expression for her voice. I'm not going to do an impression of Linda. I wish I could do impressions, but I'm not going to do any impressions here. It would only, I think it would only insult the characters of Bob's Burgers. And of course the creators. Any creator that's watching this video right now is like, please don't. Please don't. Please don't use no impressions. Just stick with what you know. Stick with the reviewing end of things. We'll handle the characters and the voices, okay? I don't know what it is, but these bags, all of them seem stuck to the interior of the foil bags. There's another Linda for your pleasure. There you go. 2 Lindas, 3 Bobs. Got more Bobs than Lindas. Linda, by the way, is 2 out of 20. So really, by that logic, we've met our quota. Bob was 3 of 20, and also thereby, we've met our quota. We are now down to 6 boxes left as I move the flap out of the way. Cutting the seal on the top. There we go, there we go, there we go. And getting that opened up. And while I go ahead and open up this bag, let me just promote this channel a little bit, as we also have gotten ourselves another Louise. You can follow me on different social media outlets, of course, the primary one being the YouTube channel here, but you can also follow me on Twitter and Facebook, to find out what I'm doing behind the scenes and what I'm doing when I'm not reviewing. One would almost think by the amount of content that I put out on this channel, I just live in front of this desk. I eat, I sleep, and all the other things I do in front of this desk. Well, I do work, and I do have a life, and I go out and do stuff. You can find out what I do specifically, plug, by following me on Twitter and Facebook. Okay, as we get down to the wire, we have about 4 boxes left to go. And just as I get the bag open here, we have Hugo. Hugo comes with an accessory. Let's see what that is. It is the City Health Inspector, which we can go ahead and place into his hand. The bodies are pretty much identical to one another. The heads are the difference of the pieces. So you can see here that Hugo basically has the exact same body. Pretty much the exact same body here as Louise. Of course, the head is very drastically different. Look how many characters we have happening over here. Let's see if we can add further to that. And let's just do a quick tally. I'm not going to go anywhere, but let's do a quick tally of the ones that we did get versus the ones we didn't get. Still have yet to get any Tinas. I mean, there's 3 different releases of Tinas, but if you look at it, Bad Tina is 1 of 40. Regular Tina is 3 of 40, and Butt Loose Tina is 1 of 40. So, you know, if anything, maybe we might get one of I would hope at the very least we get at least 1 Tina. We still don't have a regular even though we do have Gene in his burger suit, and Beefsquatch. We have a Louise, Teddy. Still don't have Burger Boss Bob. I'll have to get my hands on that one. And we don't have Gail, Andy, Ollie. We don't have those. We're doing pretty good though. Even though, again, technically we're about four characters off. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, about 9 figures, about 9 characters off. Let me further also add to my previous point about following this channel in its entirety. If you also want to go back and have a look at some of the other Kidrobot pieces that I've done, both the minifigures, the mini-series figures, the blind boxes, or also the medium-sized figures as well. You can go to a section on my channel called Playlist, and from there you can go to a section that says Kidrobot. You'll be able to find everything. There's actually a playlist that says Kidrobot unboxings, and then there's a section that just says Kidrobot reviews. So it's a little bit of country, a little bit of rock and roll. We have regular Gene here, which was a 3 in 80 release. I'm not going to try to stop and do the math on that one. And he also comes with his little keyboard and his microphone, talking about the deals and the things happening at Bob's Burgers. Go ahead and move his arms. See if I can actually get the keyboard into his hand. There we go. There we go. Probably can't get in both of his hands, but at the very least I can get into one of his hands. So there is... Oh, and that, the ghost. See? Ghost claimed it once again. Then pick up the piece here. Pick up the pieces of my life. There we go. There's the keyboard. Dropping stuff left, right, and center. I guess it really isn't left, right, and center. It's basically just in the center. Everything. I think that's where the spirits dwell. Okay, we are now down to the last 3 boxes of this extravaganza that I would like to call, and I probably will call, the Kidrobot Bob's Burgers Vinyl Mini Series entire case unboxing. That's probably how I'm gonna call this video. Get out the little bit of glue. Just his arms. And there is Oli. Oli with his glue. Get into his hands. There we go. Oli. Just need Andy. Andy and Oli. There's the back of the figure. Front of the figure. We'll add it to the pile here. 2 boxes left to go, and for that I'm actually going to bring the box forward and move the cases slightly forward. Let's open up the last box, or second last box. Let me correct myself on that. I still hold out hope for a Tina. I hold out hope. I pray that there at least be a Tina in the last 2 boxes. Second last figure we got was Gail. And Gail comes with little pets. Here we go. Nice accompanying piece for Gail. Has the same sort of clear glasses as Linda. Also pig ponytail on the back there. Same posability as all the other figures that we've looked at. Forward and back on the arms and the swivel on the head. Put her right there. And let's have a look at the last box. Now I'm hoping we're going to at least get a Tina. Regular Tina would be superb. Very least I would hope a bad Tina. And then we can have the family intact. Let's see what we got for the final box. A recap, if you will, of the Kidrobot Bob's Burgers vinyl minifigures. Comic book store, or again, your best bet, you can also head over to www.kidrobot.com, which is also an ideal place if you want to see the upcoming releases that are coming out from that company. So here we go, guys, the last and final box, and we didn't get ourselves a Tina, but we did get ourselves another Gene, which 3 of 20, I'm not going to do the math, but there's 3 of 20, got ourselves another, just fix his head, there we go, fix his head, and we got ourselves another Gene. Now, looking at the figures that we did get, I'm going to pick out my top 3, as I normally do when it comes to these uncasing videos, and you guys can let me know your top 3. But I think my top 3 will consist of, I'm going to go with Bob number 1, after all the series is named after him. Bob is number 1 for me. Number 2, I'm going to go with Louise. And number 3, I'm going to go with Gene in his burger suit as my top 3 favorite figures from this wave, from this unboxing. Let me know down below in the comments section, guys, what your top 3 favorite figures are from the Bob's Burgers vinyl miniseries from the folks over at Kidrobot. Also, head over to www.kidrobot.com for upcoming news and release dates for some of their upcoming pieces. You can also shop over at Kidrobot's store, or you can also find these at your local comic book store. Either way, though, today we were having a look at this fantastic release from Kidrobot, the Kidrobot Bob's Burgers vinyl mini-series. Also, if you wanted to subscribe to this channel to be fully aware of all the stuff that's coming to this channel on a regular basis, make sure you hit that little subscribe button down below, and also right down there, give or take right there, there's roughly there's a little bell notification. Make sure you turn that on so you'll always know when new videos are coming onto this channel. It's safe to probably assume that new videos will be coming to this channel at least every day. Sometimes during the days I may release 2 or 3 different videos, or 8. Sometimes 8 videos. I know I put a lot of content out here on the interweb for you guys to enjoy. More videos that guys will be coming your way. We're going to do some more Kidrobot unboxings because I really like doing these guys for you. And certainly stay tuned as lots of stuff is heading your way. Thanks for watching as you always do. I'll see you guys next time.